All right, Helena, I want to give you a warm New York welcome all the way from the UK.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You are literally here playing Jill in the hills of California.
Yeah.
But I have to ask you, because I read that Coney Island is on your New York City bucket list. Did you get to do that, and have you checked out anything else?
This is so funny because, you know, we arrived here like, I got here like Broadway, I'm gonna have the time of my life, and then you remember that you're doing 8 shows a week.
Yeah, it's work.
It's work. But no, it's definitely on my list.
Is it the food? Is it the vibes? Is it the beach? Like,
honestly, I think the vibes, you know.
Yeah.
I think because the play is set in Blackpool, which is known for its kind of amusements, I wanted to find somewhere that's kind of similar but different, and but also food. You know, a corn dog. Is that a thing?
Exactly.
I want
it totally is. You play Jill in the hills of California, and I just absolutely love your character because I feel like throughout the show, as I watched it, I thought to myself, she feels very demure. She is kind of like that person who is keeping the family together. But towards the end, you just have this huge, explosive moment where you just put Gloria in her place.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about where you pulled that energy from.
That's such a good question. I think it's like if you imagine a sort of pressure cooker or something, or like even like a pan on the hob that's you've got boiling water in it, and the lid is on and the lid is on, and then it only takes, you don't even know at what moment it comes, but once the lid's off, it's like a sort of physical release. So I think I was thinking about that the whole time. And honestly, it's just a kind of physical thing of, in acts 1 and 2, I'm sort of making sure that tension is still there. I'm having a lot of PT because my shoulders are like up here. And then in act 3, when that moment comes, it's like I can physically feel it coming, you know, through my back and my shoulders. That doesn't sound too weird, but that's how I do it, yeah.
The Webb sisters have such an interesting dynamic. What drew you to your character and just to that family?
That's such a good question. I think I don't have any sisters. I'm the only one of the 4 actors who doesn't have sisters. I have a brother. And so I guess just learning about those dynamics, and I've had very, very close female friendships, obviously, and I think I wanted to, and also I'm the eldest, but Jill is the youngest. So I think learning what that new position in a family, because I do think that stuff kind of has more of an effect than we might think sometimes. So I guess, discovering what that dynamic would do was what drew me to it. And also Jez just writes such incredible characters, you know?
Right.
Like, it's such a treat as an actor to get to work on one of those women, because you know there's going to be so much to build and so many layers to work in.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about the sisterhood that happens backstage amongst you ladies.
I mean, it's real. Actors always say this, don't they? But it really is an extraordinary thing. Like, we've been talking about, some jobs just have a little bit of magic sprinkled on them, it feels like. That's what we've been saying. And we actually only met, the 4 of us. Some of us had been involved in kind of workshops leading up to the rehearsal starting, but we actually only met as a quartet on the day we had a photo taken. And it was just amazing, instant chemistry. And then obviously the process of rehearsing is, you share things, you get to know each other's sense of humour, and we've just bonded. You know, I've got sisters now.
But listen, it looks like we are at work. We're at your office.
It would appear we are at work, yeah.
And how incredible that this is your office.
It's amazing. Do you know, it's amazing. Like, sometimes the green room's just up there, and sometimes I go out on the fire escape and just look out and see all these signs, and yeah, it's amazing.
I love that. Must be magical to be in New York playing this incredible role in this fantastic show. Yeah. Literally.
I think what's so special is that the characters dream of coming to America and of bringing their talents over here, because it's this kind of dream of a place for them. And so for us to actually be doing it is really very special.